Alrighty. Haven't done a video in about 5 days. Um, was busy, but let's look at what market's doing. So market's pulling back finally, bouncing off this 20-day moving average, and yeah, a lot of things have been bouncing and declining as well. So two things that I want to start off with is two short trades that I missed. And the reason why I've missed these was because I was in them long. Um, so this one, Lunar and IONQ, both of these, I saw the shorts coming. It's just like I just knew they were gonna happen. Especially with Lunar, it gapped up this much. I think it was on earnings. Gaps up. I mean, it's already extended, quite a bit to me, in my opinion. But I think it had earnings and it looked weak in the morning, and I was like, this is a pre-market. I was like, yeah, it looks pretty weak. I think this is a good short, but I don't know what to do when I'm in a position and I know to go short. So I don't have like another account where I can short it in. So that's twice this happened to me. Actually, yeah, twice. No, I'm lying. Three times. Also, I did it with MS. I was gonna do it with MSTX. This one here, I was gonna short like at 114, 115 when I was already in it. And MSTU. But anyways, disregard that. I also did enter MSTU today. Um, at like 139. So that's good. It's good for me. Did sell some today. I sold about, to be honest with you, I sold about half at around 160. And the reason, or actually 155, 160, 156, sorry. And the reason why I did is because I mean, I know this market is crazy, but I mean, I don't really, I always have to sell some when it goes over 10% in one day. I don't know, it's just my thing. Am I gonna regret this? Regret this? I don't know, maybe, but um, yeah, I just had to sell some. I don't know. I just had to sell some. I don't think it was half. It probably was like 30%, but I'm just gonna hold on to the rest of it. But going back to get off track. But like Lunar on Friday or Thursday, I mean, I saw this one coming all the way. I was like, I should really short this, but I just didn't know. Do I just? Because if I'm wrong, then right, if I'm wrong, then I'm out of my position because I have to sell my buy, which I was right here, down here, like at a 9. Sell it, up here, and if it keeps going, I have to rebuy in and get in again, or how does that work? I don't know. That's something I have to figure out. But I think it comes down to trusting myself and trusting my gut again, because there's been a lot of times, just these past three couple days, or couple this past week, where I could have had three A+ short opportunities. And today IONQ, what gave it away on this one was just weakness out of the gate. I saw it this morning. It kind of gapped below its high, and I was like, this thing is also pretty extended. I mean, it's had a great run here. Went straight up for 115%, pulled back, kind of bounced off the 20, went straight up again, another 100%. And I was like, well, this thing didn't need a pullback, and it gapped down. It looked pretty weak, and I was debating about shorting it. Uh, but I also had it. I was in it already, so that's something I don't know what to do in terms of when you're in the stock and you know it's going to be a short, or you're expecting a short to be coming up. Do you just sell everything and go short, or do you create a second account to box yourself? But it's really rare when this happens, in my opinion. Or I just haven't really noticed it until now. I'm paying attention more, I guess. But anyways, uh, yeah. So those were two or three shorts that I guess, kind of missed because I was already in the stock. That's something I gotta figure out. And then two trades that I took today. SMR got stopped out. Didn't rebuy back. I bought this morning at around, was it 23ish, 24ish? I don't think it's gonna show. Oh yeah, I did. So it's gonna be. So I bought it around 24, 29. So mind you, when I told you I'm really good at buying the tops. Really good at buying tops. Let's see. This is the 5 minute chart. Sorry. Yeah. So I bought it here at 24.29. So I bought it here, right where my cursor is. I bought it here. It had quite a bit of volume in the morning, and I also really liked the setup. It was like a bounce play off the 10-day moving average. A lot of these high momentum stocks with high ADRs, they love to bounce off to the 10-day move or 10 or 20-day moving average. You can see it on MSTR. I caught it here. Bounce off the 10-day, bounce off the 20-day. Coin bounced off the 10-day. SMR bounced off here, bounced off the 20-day here. Oclo, this is done now, but root off the 10-day. Missed this one on Friday. Here bounced off the 20-day, but they like to bounce off the 20 days, and I was like, well, let me catch a bounce here for SMR. I think it's pretty strong. Also, it was a lot stronger than Oclo because Oclo gapped down and was weak on Friday here, and SMR held up. I was like, okay, well, I think the new leader just changed to SMR, so I thought to myself, this is going to be a bounce opportunity because I missed coin and uh, I missed coin last Friday. Right, yeah, I missed it here. I think I bought some this day or this day. I think I bought some here. I don't remember. But I bought some on the bounce, or I tried to. I don't know if it worked out. I'll just check my trades right now, and try to bounce it off the, try to buy it off the bounce, and it worked until I got stopped out. I had my lows of the day, and it went all the way below red to green, and then I kind of stopped paying attention to it. Could have bought it back here on highs, but didn't, and missed out on like 10%. So yeah. Also DXYZ missed the bounce on this one Friday. So I think same thing with Tesla. I think I missed that bounce too. Yep. So these very strong high momentum stocks, they love to bounce off these moving averages. And if you're in the stock, if you're in the stock initially, or if you want to get in, buying on these bounces is what I've found has done well. Well, in this market environment, which is it's done pretty well. But what else? Yeah, so those were. Oh, and then today I bought UPST as well. Yeah, this one it was a fake breakout today. Uh, yeah, I mean I bought it in the morning. I was really short to cut this. Uh, I bought it at 7:36. So once again, I bought it like near the high in the morning, and then I got I cut it here at like 68, 60, 68, 90, 69. I was like, I don't really like the weakness on this thing. And then it took off from 69 to 74, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was furious. I was like, wow, I'm gonna miss it again. And then didn't buy it, and then it closed basically break even. So I did this whole move for nothing. It was not really a good sign. I don't really want to see that. A stock trying to push up out of this little range here, although not really that good of a range. It's not that great, but pushing out of this range and just failing on the same day kind of sucks to see. But SMI and then VST I also tried today. VST I yeah, I also cut this one early. Also probably a mistake, but let's see where I got in. So actually no, I got stopped out of the lows. Sorry. I think this kind of here, right? So I bought it pretty early in the morning. I really like the way this set up too. Although not the best setup, it was still there. In this type of market, you can really get away with it. Uh, so I bought it at 146.10. 146. 146.10. So right in here, right in this candle here, as it was spiking up on this pretty high volume, bought some, and it kind of went down to the lows today right here, and I just cut it. I was like, well, I was already pretty deep in losses on this one, Not this one, but over on the day, and I was like, well, let me keep my losses short, and it you know went all the way up to 153, but I caught it here, so pretty late, but you know, kind of in the mid range today. We'll see if it pulls back tomorrow and creates a better range, but also today, I had one pretty good trade that I'm pretty proud of myself on because I finally, for once, didn't, you know, uh, finally grew a pair and actually pulled the trigger on a trade. So this trade was IONQ. I was already in it, and I sold it throughout sold my half my position. I actually sold the rest of my position, and then I wanted to get even to catch a bounce because this thing went straight down out of the open. I was like, well, there goes a short that I missed. Let me just sell it. Might as well. So I sold it, and I was waiting for it to bounce, waiting and waiting, waiting about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 to 40 minutes, waiting for this thing to bounce, and I wanted to wait for it to confirm. So one thing I've learned watching like you guys that are on YouTube and trading and educating with Lance Brightstein. He always talks about right side of the V, and he always talks about like mean reversions and things like that. So I was waiting for that on this one, which is what happened. So I waited for it here. I saw a double bounce. I was also looking at it on the 2 minute, so you can't really. Let's see. Let me show you on the 2 minute because I wanted to see it like on the smallest time frame as possible, so I can get in earlier. Uh, sorry, hold on. Sorry. This is this today? No, sorry, I passed it big time. This was it here. So you can see on the 2 minute, you can see kind of like the double bottom here. I saw it, so I put in this here, and I saw it in this time frame. And I was like, okay, it could hold here, and then if it broke this, I would have bought it. And I saw it double bounce and then hold. So I bought some. I bought some at. So I initially told myself to buy some when it broke 23 here. I was like, buy some when it breaks 23 because this is the double bottom. I was like, okay, buy some if it breaks 23. But kind of chickened out and didn't end up buying to like 23.15. 15 cents slippage or not slippage, but I just waited. I guess I waited a little bit more to confirm. So I was like, okay, let me get in. So I bought it here. I bought in like 1,000 shares, which is like 80% of my account, and I was risking 23. So I was risking like 15 cents, like just a super tight, super tight stop. I was just kind of oversized trade. I just wanted, I was just like, you know what? You're always talking about, oh, if I would have done this, if I would have done that, if I would have got here, if I would have listened to my gut, whatever. I was, you know what? Just trust yourself right now and do it. So I did. So I bought some here at 23.15, and I sold it into here at 23.90. Now, obviously, looking back, it's like I could have held it on, but let me tell you what I did to why I wasn't still in the trade. So obviously, not obviously, but on the day I was down. I was down like 3% of my account. I was like, whoa, this is gonna suck. But so I sold 3/4. Sorry, 3/4 of my position here up into this. It was also right into like near VWAP on my trading chart for DOS. Um, so I was selling it into here in this area, 23.85, 23.90, and then my stop was 23, but I raised it up to 23.15 for break even. If I would have just kept it 23, I would have still been in it. There was like a wall, not a wall, but there was a buyer here. You can tell because the lows was 23.02 and 23. So like 23.02, 23, 23.02, 23.05. So somebody was buying it here. Don't know who, obviously. But if I would have just kept it at 23, I wouldn't have gotten filled. Because if you look here, when I bought it in this candle, these lows here were 23 right on the money. Someone was buying there too because I never got filled on my stop, which is thank God I didn't. And then eventually just climbed back up all the way to 25. I also did try it again. I think around around here on this spike, because during the day this was the VWAP. I was trying to push through VWAP, and it failed. I had a super tight stop. Super tight stop. I also went huge size again here too, and it didn't do anything. So I got stopped out for minimal loss. But yeah, so caught this little bounce here, this little move here, which is I'm pretty stoked about because I always tell myself to do it and stop being soft, and I finally ended up doing it. So that's something that I mean, although it wasn't that great of a trading day, I really liked. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, I think that's it in terms of today. Let's go back. Let's look at my trader view and look at my past couple trades in these days. So I think the last time we checked it was on the 13th. So the 12th would have been here. So LAC I tried. I don't know if I talked about it in the video. I think I did. Tried it on the breakout here earlier. What the hell is this? I don't know. But here I bought it at around 4:30. Um, had a quick tight stop on this one. It eventually failed, so that's good. It's good for getting out. That was just a little, not a warm up trade, but a little like, little test. I guess I don't know. Tesla. I bought the leverage version of it. This day here. TSLT. I bought it the 13th. Don't know why I was buying it here. There's looking back, I should have no reason why I was trying to buy it. Or was I trying to short it? No, I definitely was trying to buy it. It was a pullback. I mean, it's just in mid-air, mid-space. There's like nothing at all. So that's a dumb trade that I took there. Dumb trade. No more dumb trades that I've been taking. BXYZ. This one. Yeah, this one. I also again was trying to buy the bounce this day. What day was this? 13th. DXYZ. Yeah. Once again, no reason I should have been buying this one at all. That was dumb. I don't know what I'm thinking during that day. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just over trading, just being idiotic. Peloton that same day too. Let's see. 13th. What's going on the 13th with Peloton? Oops. So Peloton on the 13th. Okay, this one wasn't that bad of a setup, but so it did look like I was pushing out on a breakout here, out of this tight little range, but eventually failed. So this was like a fake breakout. And it's gone pretty weak since then. So which is fine. I'll take that. I'll take that. To I'll take that. Only like $90, so nothing. Peloton and then Atro. I think I did took this one twice. Or oh no, this one I think I got slipped on this one pretty heavily. No, I think I was shorting. Yeah, I think I oversized on this and I think I got slipped on this one. This one had a pretty big slippage. So I was shorting this one, I believe. Yeah, I think I oversized on this. What was I doing? I think I was shorting this one, Atro. Yes, I was shorting. I was, because it was looking pretty weak on this day here. Yeah, I was correct the next day, but oh well. Yeah, I was shorting this day because it gapped down and it looked weak. My plan was to short it here and cover it at the moving average, this 100-day, because I knew it was gonna bounce off of it. I say I knew, but I just had a suspicion, or just over the time you can just know or expect it to bounce off certain things. But what was I doing? So I shorted this one here. So one of these was short, and I got stopped out immediately, and I was like, okay, well, this sucks. And then I shorted again. I think that's what happened. I shorted again, and then I covered here, covered some here. And then I was supposed to cover some at like 41.50 or maybe even more, but I got slipped into this. Like, it was a huge, I got slipped pretty bad. That's why the loss was so big. I remember now. But 39.6, I said to cover it at wherever I was supposed to cover it at, but I don't think I did unless it hit later in the day. Oops. Um, yeah, 39.04 was what it hit. Yeah, so it wasn't any of this. Oh, so the low was set in the first thing in the morning. This day here, or not this day. This candle here went straight down. Shoo. And came back up, shorted it, got stopped out a little bit, shorted again, covered some here, and then covered on the way up. And then it kind of, went higher that day, and then got sold off the next day. So that wasn't that bad of a trade. Just got slipped and could have. I think I oversized on that one pretty drastically. But what else? Oh, yeah, my trade. Sorry. This one here, and then Adro, and then Oklo. Yeah, Oklo. I think I was trying to get on the breakout too. Yeah. Although, gee, I bought the top on this thing perfectly. Really good at that. Really good. Uh, yeah, I was trying to buy it on the breakout this day here. Wasn't a good setup at all, actually. There was no tightness, none at all, and the volume was still pretty high this day. Well, average, but yeah, there was no setup here at all. So it's yeah, that's pretty much it. All I've gotten these past couple days. So um, let's take a look at what it looks good for tomorrow. Look at all these. Look at 100 tickers on my watch list. That's insane. Look at this thing. Jeez. Jeez. This thing looks like it was horrible to trade. This was a late day news. This was yeah, this one trades tomorrow. I think this one's gonna be on my watch list. Don't know. I don't know. Maybe just continuation, just more buying. I mean, look at how much volume came in today. 16 million volume, 16.5 million shares volume. Yeah, I think this can continue tomorrow, and we'll get like a DXYZ type play here. Just gap up tomorrow, continuation. This was news that Trump's media company was going to buy this crypto exchange, if I remember correctly. I don't know why I have it in caps. Going top buy, nice. Going to buy. Yeah, so this is on the lookout. I think DJT went up too as well. Just slightly, but this is the one you want to trade with. Um, don't know if this is going to be such a big move in one day where it doesn't do anything tomorrow or it continues tomorrow, but we'll see tomorrow morning. ACRS didn't have this one on my radar. SMCI, this looks like a dead cat bounce, in my opinion. It'll look like a good short tomorrow. I don't even know what this news is. I gotta look it up. But that's gonna go on my watch list too. Since nothing, these are pretty low garbage stocks. Garbage. I don't know what this is. I gotta look into this one. It looks pretty liquid. Sim. Earnings. I'm assuming because it's after hours. It'll probably pop up on one of us. on a sorry, on a scan tomorrow. GovX. Some more. This one kind of pissed me off, but shook shook everybody out, and then took off. Dun, dun, dun. MSTR, I caught this one. APLD. Affirm. I should have bought Affirm instead of UPST. UPST kind of is lagging for Affirm. Yep. Really nice. Really nice. Uranium's starting to move. Not starting to move, but continuing to move. Oops. I guess, well, this one is. Continuing. RCAT, pretty weak. Hood. I think these brokers are doing pretty well. I think International Brokers is too. Yeah, interactive brokers. I saw somewhere where they had like a record in influx in opening orders, opening accounts, which is good. It means good time to take people's money, I guess. Root. Miss Root. I missed it the other day. A lot of these are not really worth looking at, in my opinion. Lemonade. Honest. This one, I'm waiting for this one to set up. I think this one, hopefully it's changing its behavior, and it can set up like a nice flag, and then it will be a fantastic setup. You can see I haven't flagged. Reddit, NNE. I don't really like this thing. It's a horrible trader. Sezzle, a couple more days will be nice. I think this is kind of running with, Affirm and UPST, I believe. DDL, this one's kind of nice too. This is an overseas. I think it's not overseas. I'm sorry. I think it's Brazilian. I forgot. I read it this morning. But it's kind of flagging really nicely here, especially on the weekly. All the news I ever see is just I looked up. It was just earnings. That's all it ever is. Nothing else. Geo. I'm also looking at Geo tomorrow. It's Geo and what was the other one? Sorry, I forgot. Kind of start to see which ones are the strongest ones. Lunar, pretty weak. IONQ. We'll see if this one can create a flag. This next week's. I think it can create a good setup. And this one today, I actually thought I was going to be able to hold the flag here, but it just actually got really weak. Was not expecting it. Also doesn't seem that fun of a trader. We'll change this to hourly. I was looking at it on the intraday. Same thing with this one. Very similar. They're both the same. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me. There's nothing much more for me to do or say. Kind of a long video, but also been a couple days and been doing a lot of other stuff. So yeah, that's about it.